It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
Understand, now I really do consider this powerful, deferred gratification. Yep. When I go speak to high school classes, that's actually kind of this channel started from multiple things, is that I was trying to get into high school classes within my hometown because I just felt like that needed to be part of curriculum. Yep. If kids could just understand how money worked, it would probably fix a lot of societal woes because just so many people don't understand money. So somehow we have birthed this incredible online platform that reaches thousands of people. But this is the main concept that was driving this for many years. I just want people to understand, if you'll just take a little tiny bit of today for a great, huge tomorrow, incredible things happen.
And the earlier you get this, the sooner you recognize this, the less of today you have to sacrifice. At your 20s, you only have to sacrifice about $95 of today.
Just a little bit.
In your 40s, now you got to start sacrificing some bigger today. It's a little bit bigger chunk.
Just a little bit.
In your 50s, it gets even bigger. The level of gratification you have to defer shrinks if you can start earlier. And if you can just put that in place, it is an amazing, amazing, amazing thing that will change your financial situation.
So the reason this turned into a drum roll is that we did pre-show meeting, and I was like, guys, it's good. I was talking about, but we need an educational concept. So we enlisted Daniel. And we showed him some research we did back in 2011 from a presentation I did to a 401k.
Yep.
And this is let's go ahead and roll out what Daniel came up with.
So we're calling this the power of investing early. And we do this as a case study. So let's assume that you have two individuals. I'm going to try to describe this really well for our folks out there in audio world who can't see the illustration. So if I don't explain something, stop me so we can talk about it for the podcast listeners. We have two different types of savers. We have early bird Edgar and late to the party Lenny. Believe it or not,
like really nerdy dudes.
Me and Brian did not come up with those names. That is an intern Daniel special.
I think he profiled them looking at me.
So what
my Halloween edition, maybe.
What they want to do is they're both going to max out Roth IRAs, but they're not going to do it at the same time, okay? So early bird Edgar, he's going to get out of college, and he's going to start saving at age 22, and he's only going to save until he turns 30. He says, you know what? I'm going to defer some gratification, but by the time I get to 30, I've earned it. I'm going to stop saving.
So I'm he's only saving for 9 years.
9 years. I'm going to save $54,000 from the time I'm 22 all the way until the time I'm 30.
And the reason we're doing $6,000 a year, which is Roth contributions, guys. We want to encourage you to do Roth IRAs. They're very powerful. So this person, early bird Edgar, is doing this for 9 years, $6,000 a year, so he's invested $54,000.
That's right. So then there is late to the party Lenny. Now, this is what Lenny says. Whoa, I just got out of school. I've earned my right to be able to go out, do the things I want to do, see the world, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to start saving in my 20s because I want to enjoy my 20s. Instead, I'm going to start saving when I turn 31 years old, but I'm going to be really good at it. And I'm going to save from the time I'm 31 all the way until I save 65, and I'm going to do $6,000 every year. So unlike my counterpart, Edgar, I'm actually going to save $210,000 over that 34, 35-year period.
One thing I think is interesting about this, and his picture doesn't show it, but old Lenny, his nickname should be early to the party, late to the savings game. Because, I mean, there's a reason he took off those first years in his 20s. Obviously, Lenny was really interested in making sure that he was enjoying his 20s. So what could be wrong with that?
So here is the question that we had. Let's assume they both earn the same amount of money. We're not going to change the rates of return. They're going to earn 8% on their investment. So here's the question. Who had more money in their Roth IRA at retirement? Is it Edgar, who saved $54,000, or is it Lenny, who saved $210,000? Well, remember, Edgar invested $54,000. Lenny invested $210,000. The amount that Edgar had at retirement,
look at that,
almost $1.3 million. So $54,000 turned into $1.3, but he only saved $54,000. Surely Lenny, who saved, what's that, like almost four times as much? Yeah. Surely he has a lot more. No, he only has $1.15 million return. It's still great. If you're a Lenny out there.
They're both millionaires.
They're both millionaires. But look at how much less Edgar had to save than Lenny, and he actually ended up with more at retirement.
You got Lenny over here behaviorally incredible discipline.
Yep.
Because he did this for 35 years. That's so powerful that he had this behavior going. But he missed out a huge opportunity cost that those first few years was a tremendous lost opportunity. So there has to be a better way to do this.
Yeah, we think that Lenny actually had the behavior down. But what if Lenny decided not to squander his time? He took to heart number 6 and he was efficient with his time. What if instead of waiting until 31, he started investing at 22 and he didn't stop? Now, all he saved was $6,000 every year from the time that he was 22 all the way until he turned 65. At retirement, Lenny would have almost $2.5 million.
Yeah, it's pretty
Lenny
powerful.
got the best of both worlds simply because he started early and he stayed consistent. Guys, building abundance, building a financial empire really is that easy.
And it can start small too. That's what I always like when I'm breaking out planning suggestions for anybody. I'm always like, don't try to eat the elephant all at once. Think about what things you can do. That's why we start small. Saving $6,000 a year in a Roth IRA, that is somewhat aspirational when you first come out of school. But if you look at yourself growing over the years, definitely doable, and it can become powerful.
Yep.
So let that be the building blocks for success, which is built off of understanding deferred gratification. Take a little bit of today for an awesome tomorrow. I promise you, your future self will thank you for it. Nobody at retirement looks back and goes, you know what? I really screwed up by starting that 401k when I was 23 years old. That was a huge mistake. Why did we do? That's one of the questions we ask prospects. What's your greatest mistakes? I mean, what's your greatest things that you've done financially, and what's the biggest mistakes? Not one person has said, I wish I would have not invested when I was young. That's actually the best. I'm glad that I started early.
Yep,
I'm
absolutely.
glad I did it often. I mean, those are the things, that is the cornerstone of why we talk about what we do. So make sure you take advantage of it.
So we think there are 7 financial habits that you can use to change life. I'm just going to run through them. Number 7, be a lifetime learner. Number 6, be efficient with your resources. Number 5, know where you are. That's the cornerstone, the net worth. Number 4, understand that debt sucks, but sometimes it's necessary. Number 3, automate your financial life. Be a hyper saver. Number 2, make sure all of your bases are covered. And number 1, if you can grasp the concept of deferred gratification, the sky is the limit.
So, guys, and I go break my heart when somebody puts right in the comments section, they're going to list those 7, and that does not do it justice, because there's so many teachable moments, some nuggets of wisdom there that will not make it when the table of contents gets published on the full show. But it will happen, and I'll just roll with it. But that leads to, I want to tell you guys, if you think that we're giving away a lot here, you got to go to moneyguy.com and check out the brand new resource page, because we get so excited about this. This is one of those things. We are hooking you up with the knowledge so that you can hopefully figure out how you can come, learn, apply, and grow and build yourself into a level of success. That's the abundance cycle. And part of that abundance cycle is us creating a resource page on our website that has completely free things that you can download, and we're updating them often.
That's
I mean,
right.
we got the whole team trying to add stuff on a constant basis. So you need to come back often. Just like you want to save early and save often, you want to come back to our resource page often, because it's constantly getting updated.
Exactly right.
And then, part of that abundance cycle, when I talked about the success that you go reach right up here, when you get to that point, you're going to look around and go, man, I have built something pretty amazing. It's gotten to the point I just don't have the hours in the day, or this thing's getting complicated, or I'm just worried about screwing it up. We're going to hopefully at that point, you're going to pay us back and remember the abundance cycle and say, I want to work with those guys that hooked me up for all those years, because we've been doing this since 2006. And you'll reach out to the Money Guy team, the Abound Wealth financial planning team, and because we love working with clients all across the country. It's truly a powerful, powerful thing.
If you're out there listening in iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Audio World, and you don't check out the YouTube, every other Tuesday, we actually do a live stream. We have a live audience right now with us doing this. At the end of this recording, we're going to press stop on the recording. We're going to do a live Q&A. We're going to answer some questions. So if you're someone out there listening and you have questions and you want to get some awesome Money Guy swag, the tumbler that Money can't buy. Can I say that?
Yeah, we don't
Money
sell
can't
'em.
buy this. We only give them away. If you want to get a tumbler, come check out our live stream every other Tuesday. Join us. Let us answer some questions. And we're just so happy to be here and be a resource for you guys.
So keep writing emails. Keep going to the Contact Us page. Go check out the resource page. Money Guy Team out.